Doing a collab video today with Bethany Atazadeh on our top 10 tips on how to write a fairy tale retelling. And I say fairy tale retellings because we both wrote fairy tales, but this could be a retelling of any classic novel that is no longer copyrighted. So we'll get into that list today. I have 5 on my channel, and then after you watch this, you can head over to Bethany's channel to watch the other 5. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, best-selling romance author of the Cinderella and Her 7 Guards series, and on this channel we talk all about romance writing, specifically for newbie and aspiring romance authors. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Monday. Now today is a special day. It's the 4th of July, but it's also a Thursday because Bethany posted her channel on Thursday, so we agreed to just post today's video on Thursday. I still have it's a busy week. I have another video tomorrow, and every Friday, the first Friday of every month, I do a tea talk. Now, tea talks are not spilling the tea, and they have nothing to do with gossip or anything. They're more like pep talks, and they're specifically for romance writers on some of the challenges and issues that are specific to this genre. So tomorrow we'll be talking about diversity in romance writing. But today, let's go over my top 5 tips for fairy tale retellings, or just retellings in general. So the first thing is copyright. So in general, and probably you know this as well, the Copyright Act protects everything from 1923 and beyond. And obviously there are other rules about the life of the author plus 70 years or plus 95 years, but we're not going to get into that. I'm simply going to talk today about how to research that. So you can go to copyright.gov and look up what is and is not copyrighted. Now, I can't tell you the books written by the Grimm brothers and the Hansel and Gretel and Dorothy and all of those things are not copyrighted. Now, what is copyrighted, and it gets a little confusing, is translations are copyrighted. Disney, if they added a specific twist, like Dorothy's red shoes, like MGM made her shoes red, that's copyrighted. So little details like that, you're not able to put into your own novel. You can give Dorothy shoes that can fly, or you can give her blue shoes, or you can give her glass slippers or something, but you can't give her red ruby slippers like the MGM movie, because that part is copyrighted. I know, it gets really hairy. So here's what you need to do. The first thing you need to do is research at copyright.gov, see if it is or isn't as a whole, that particular story. Then the next thing you need to do is research the other retellings to see if something specific, like the red shoes, is copyrighted and it's not something that's part of the original story that's not copyrighted. And the third, if you're really not sure, is just to go ahead, you can call up the Copyright Office. You can hire a lawyer and check that way just to be safe as well. So once you establish that you can do a retelling of the story, the second step is to go ahead and make sure you understand the original story. So again, because I know I grew up watching Disney, I grew up watching movie adaptations, make sure you know what the original uncopyrighted version looks like before you start doing a retelling based on another person's retelling, like Disney or some other company that has gone ahead and changed things as well. The third thing to do is inventory all of the variations that are out there. So if you were going to do, like I did Cinderella, right? And there are a ton of Cinderella stories. I think Cinderella and Snow White are probably one of the most popular ones. And I would go through and write down every single variation that somebody else did so that you at least have an idea of what else is out there, as well as maybe what did and didn't work so well. So, we'll talk about how to put, different twists on it in a little bit. But if, a lot of people are doing gender swapping for Cinderella, and they didn't do that well, or they're not selling that well, or they're not that popular, then maybe a gender swap for Cinderella isn't really the way to go. The fourth thing is popular twists. So the most popular twists out there, like I said, are the gender swap. You can put Cinderella in a different time, so you can make it modern. There was another story where they took Cinderella, plucked her from a cartoon, and then put her into real life present day New York City. You could do another time warp and put her in medieval times or an Arthurian time or something else. Another thing is to change the location. So maybe it's Cinderella in Mount Fiji or Cinderella in Japan. Tons of different things to change the settings and different aspects to put a twist of your own on that particular retelling. Now, the fifth one is to do crossovers. This is probably my most popular sort of fairy tale mashup. It works great for Marvel and DC. Look how popular the Avengers movies are. People love to see all of their favorite fairy tale characters all working together. My favorite book is called Curses, and that's by J.A. Casimir. I might be saying that right or wrong, but it is hilarious. I don't even know why this book is not more popular, but it's just about this private investigator, and he's investigating Cinderella, and Snow White shows up. Hansel and Gretel are in the book. I mean, it is fabulous. So anytime you can mash up different fairy tale characters, put them all together in a new world is a great, great thing for a retelling. So let's go ahead and recap my 5 before you head over to Bethany's 5. So the first one is to just research, make sure that this is actually something you can do a retelling of. And again, it's not just the Grimm brothers. There's tons of different stories before 1923 that are out there that you could do a mashup of or put a twist on. The second one is to make sure you understand the original uncopyrighted work versus maybe a variation or something on Disney that you saw. The third is to go ahead and inventory all the different variations that are out there for that particular retelling story. And the fourth one is to go ahead and pick a popular twist to put on the story, which is the gender swap, time period, or a different setting. And the fifth one is to do a crossover where you just mash up a bunch of different retellings or characters from the past into a new world. All right, I hope that was helpful. Head over to Bethany's channel because she has 5 other really fabulous tips for you. And I will see you guys next week. I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm doing a tea talk tomorrow. But if you are interested in romance and you are a romance writer or you are thinking of putting romantic elements into your book, I have a free course called How to Plot Your First Romance, and I will leave a link to that below. It's a free 5-day course, and that's all I got to say about that. So I will see you guys next week. No, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know why I keep saying that. All right, bye.